You know the drill. Every ending is a new beginning. Yada, yada, yada. This is the final night slate edition of Bet It, Bank It, Blow It for the 2024 NFL season. That sucks, but trust me, we aren't done yet. Not by a long shot, baby. I'm Jamie G, a diehard member of the Bills Mafia. What up? And I'm here at Magnum Mills to give you our best picks for this final night slate of the season.
Of course, it's a little sad that it's all over, but I think I'm just about ready for the playoffs. And you really need Jim Mora to do that, but we can't afford him. He's got beer commercial money now. We don't have beer commercial money, but we're trying to get there here on Bet It, Bank It, Blow It, presented by Caesar Gap Fantasy Football. Thank you for checking out our show. You can find our content wherever you get your podcasts and on YouTube. You can find us on social media at CSAGAPFF and on the web at CSAGAPFF.com. Nice and easy to remember, just like the flaps, FLAPS. Follow, like, and please subscribe. If you had fun, please remember to hit the thumb.
This is the point of the episode where I remind you to always check the latest news, injuries, and weather. All three of them are super important and influence the outcomes of games. If you're placing bets without looking at them, you might as well just throw a dart at the board, man, and hope it hits. Do the thing, check it out, make sure you're good before you place the bet. And while you're doing it, take the extra time to shop around for the different books that are legally available in your state. Make sure you're getting the best odds, wagers, profit boosters, sweat-free bet. Who doesn't love a sweat-free bet? That's an awesome thing, man. So make sure you're taking advantage of all that stuff. There's tons of promos out there. Just get the best odds before you place it. No, we are not yet affiliated with DraftKings. Yes, we're trying. And yes, all information and odds and wagers are accurate as of Friday, December 27th. We're using DraftKings for all of our stuff just for the sake of simplicity. Let's get into this night slate.
Go ahead, play the Europe because this is the final countdown and the final night slate of the season. And we have a classic, very fitting to close out the season with a classic night slate, Sunday Night Football and Monday Night Football. On Sunday night at an 8:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time kickoff, we have the 8-7 Atlanta Falcons traveling to Washington to face the 10-5 Commanders. Atlanta is currently a 4-point road underdog, plus 154 on the money line, while the Commanders are 4-point home favorites, minus 185 on the money line. The game total is 47.5 points. Then you've got Monday Night Football kicking off at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have the 13-2 Detroit Lions traveling to San Francisco to face the 6-9 49ers. The Lions are currently 3.5-point road favorites, minus 185 on the money line, while the 49ers are 3.5-point home underdogs, plus 154 on the money line. Game total in this one is 50.5 points. What do you think of these, Jamie G? It's the final night slate. I think they were trying to go big here, and they did okay. I'm sure they thought the Detroit at San Francisco game was going to be a marquee matchup. Detroit said they're going to go all out, whether or not they have anything to play for. I think that's very on brand for Dan Campbell. You would think the 49ers want to play the spoiler here. And the Atlanta one could be a good one. Michael Penix in his second start here, traveling to Washington to face Jaden Daniels. Heads up matchup between the rookies. Could be some rain and wind in that one. What are your overall thoughts on this final night slate?
Atlanta finally last week they make the quarterback change. I don't know that it was directly because of Michael Penix Jr., but we saw an offensive explosion out of Atlanta, 34 points and a dominant win. Yes, they were playing the Giants. This week they travel up to Washington. Night game. It's gonna be cold. Could be some weather. We'll see what happens there. But it's intriguing, and it's intriguing enough for me to not lean all the way into Washington here. I think there's some interesting angles with that game. I'm excited to see it, man. I'm excited to see the two rookies face off. Both teams playing for something still, so like that. And then on the Monday night game, yeah, I think they thought this might be like an NFC Championship game preview. Not so much here, but I do expect San Francisco to try to make a run for it. But I think Detroit runs away with this one. Little surprised they're only 3.5-point favorites. I do think that I understand the injuries, I understand everything, but I think there's enough with that Detroit has that they're able to win this one pretty handily. So I worry that that could be a little bit of a blowout there on Monday night, but I think there's some good betting angles in that one. I like a bunch of the Detroit stuff, so I'm excited about the final night slate, Mills.
It's not too shabby. I definitely am not a huge believer in the Falcons defense. And if you look at their schedule, they've only beaten three winning teams. Really, two teams. They only have three games they've won against teams with winning record. They beat the Bucks twice and then the Eagles once early in the season. I do question the quality of their wins here. I think it all comes down to Bijan for them in that defense. They get Bijan going, they can force a turnover on defense. They're in business. But if Jaden Daniels gets rolling, we saw what he did against the Eagles last week. They can put up a lot of points. Drake London's a little bit banged up there too, just something to keep an eye on. Again, the weather in that one, if it does get really heavy rain with some wind, that could lower the scoring potential for the game, maybe make it more of a ground and pound affair there. Falcons are also pretty weak against the run. Maybe get Brian Robinson Jr. going. I'm definitely all there for Detroit. I just think Kyle Shanahan's going to go for it here. Brock Purdy's still playing for that contract. I really think they're going to put the ball in the air. If they have Garendo back, I think that'll help. I like you. I think the Lions are taking it down. I think they wind up covering, but I think we could get some points scored on that defense. Definitely banged up on the defensive line in the secondary there. I think someone's going to have a game for the Niners, whether it's Garendo, George Kittle, Juwan Jennings, maybe we get another Debo game. So I think you're starting them all if you're playing in your fantasy football championship week and you're kind of hoping here. I would like to go out with a big Monday Night Football here. It's the last Monday Night Football game of the season. So why don't they copy their little cousin over on Thursday and I give us one of them 60 burgers or something?
Yeah, as long as it's not like the game we just watched on Thursday night. Nobody wants to see a
We want one of the
6-3
over
Mills.
60s, not one of the under 20s. I know that's all we've done for a month on Thursday Night Football, but we want the over 60, please, not the under 20. Thank you.
Please and thank you. And some people would say that we should save the best for last or the first is the worst, but we're bucking that trend by starting things off with our favorite wagers. Why play with the sparklers when you can head straight to the firework factory?
Right. Who needs D Reynolds when you can have Dennis Reynolds? You know what I mean? Like he arrived like only like 3 minutes later. First is the worst, at least according to Dennis and D's mother. I got a couple here. I am going to go a little bit heavier on Washington here. I went with an alternate spread as opposed to the straight up spread. I'm going to take the Commanders -6.5. That is plus 123. I'm going to put 100 cricket coins on that. And you should know that cricket coins are the preferred currency of Bet It Bank It Blow It. We make all our wagers in cricket coins. In cricket, we trust. So that's 100 coins plus 123. So the 100 coins will bring you back 223. And I'm going to take Detroit -5.5 at San Francisco, teasing that one down a little bit on another alternate spread. That's plus 119. So 100 coins bringing you back 219. And in that same game, I think Detroit's getting another 30 burger here. So I'm going to put 100 coins on Detroit over 29.5 points. That one is plus 130. So 100 coins bringing you back 230. Jamie G, what are your favorite wagers for the final night slate of the season?
I like those Mills. I got a couple here, man. I'm putting 100 cricket coins on Washington -3.5 here. It's minus 112, 100 cricket coins to win 189.28. I just think they get it done at home, and I'm with you. I think that defense has a hard time slowing down the offense of Washington, and I think while Washington's defense is not great, it's got a veteran presence and it's got a veteran coaching staff, and I like that against a rookie making a second start on the road in a weather game, potential weather game. So I'm going to lean into that a little bit. Think they cover here -3.5, and I'm looking to bet the 100 cricket coins and win 189 Mills. Next off, I got 100 cricket coins on Detroit first half money line. I feel good about their starters being in there for the first half and really kind of separating this game from a score standpoint and getting up early. It's -175, 100 cricket coins there to win 157. And then lastly, I'm putting 100 cricket coins on Detroit -3.5 at San Francisco. I think they cover as well. I got them winning by a touchdown here. It's -102, 100 cricket coins to win 198.
Yeah, so we're pretty much in lockstep here. That's usually either really good or really bad, but I'm feeling it here on the final night slate. I'm trending towards really good.
Hang on to your hats because we're heading all the way up to the top of the props. Mills, tell us who you're taking all the way to the top on this final night slate.
Gotta go with the guy here. He was a rookie I jumped on right on week one, been riding the train on and off all season. So we're going heavy on Jaden Daniels to close out the night slate. I'm going to put 100 coins on Jaden Daniels to have 2+ passing touchdowns. That's even Steven plus 100. So 100 coins brings you back 200. He's hit this in 4 straight games, even in a little bit of rain, a little bit of wind here. I'm thinking he can get you 2. And I'm going to put 100 coins on the combo yards for Jaden Daniels over 276.5 passing plus rushing yards, minus 115. 100 coins to bring you back about 187. He's hit this in three of the last four. If he's not going to pass as much here, he's just going to add it with his legs. The man moves the ball no matter what. Then I'm going to go over to Monday Night Football, put 100 coins on Juwan Jennings to have 90 plus receiving yards. That is plus 230. 100 coins to bring back 330. He's played 13 games this year. He's gotten at least 88 yards in five of them. I'm gambling on the back to the future bet here. He's hitting 88 miles an hour all the way up to 90 plus receiving yards. I think the 49ers are going to score some points here. High scoring affair. So on the other side of the ball, the Lions are going to have to answer back here. No David Montgomery. You're going to have to lean a little bit more on Amon-Ra St. Brown. I'm going to take him 110 plus receiving yards. That's plus 350. 100 coins to bring back 450. He has 4 games so far this season where he's hit that mark, and he has exactly 0 games where he's had between 76 and 112 receiving yards. It is all or nothing. There's no point in betting him to have 80, to have 90, to have 100. Either you take the 70, you take the 110. I'm making like it's the early 2000s. I am going to room 110, although I think it was 112. I'm going to mess that reference up. Jamie G, who are you climbing to the top of the props with?
Oh man, I'm not in room 112, but that's where the players dwell, Mills. I'm here on Bet It Bank It Blow It, and I'm putting 100 cricket coins on Bijan Robinson, 90 plus rush yards. I think one of the ways you can attack this Washington team is run the football. Bijan Robinson's been spectacular really throughout the entire season, and I think with Penix in there, it opens it up just a smidge here, man. There's a little bit of a threat that maybe Kirk Cousins didn't bring, so I like this 90 plus rush yards. It's plus 110. 100 cricket coins there to win 210. I'm also doing a Jaden Daniels thing. I got 100 cricket coins on the Rook, 50 plus rushing yards. I think if the defense turns their back on him, which they will, he's going to get single lanes. He's going to have the ability to take off and run. We've seen it. I don't even know that it'll be design runs. I think it's just going to be some of the scramble stuff we've seen from him. 100 plus cricket coins on Jaden Daniels, 50 plus rush yards, plus 100. So 100 cricket coins there to take home 200. He did hit this in 3 of his last 4 games, Mills. So I'm looking forward to him making it 4 out of the last 5. And lastly, I'm putting 100 cricket coins on Jahmyr Gibbs over 92.5 rush yards. That's his over under. It's minus 115. I think he'd probably get to 100, but I'm just going to play it safe here at 92.5. 100 cricket coins there to win 187. Leftovers are still in the fridge. The lights are still up, but the holidays, they're winding down. And the bills, those holiday bills, they're coming soon. We're going to help you out with our lottery ticket long shots here. Hitting one of these won't pay all your bills, but it'll be a solid start.
And you have to start somewhere. The only rules on these lotto tickets are your odds have to be plus 500 or longer. It can be any single wager or any two-leg parlay. It can be same game or across both games. I'm just going to go with a single guy here. I mentioned I think there is going to be a lot of scoring in that Detroit at San Francisco game. So give me Debo, man. Debo Samuel, 2 plus anytime touchdown scorer, plus 1100. Doesn't matter if it's by air or by land. Why not? If they're going to get there, I'm like Juwan Jennings is going to get him down there. Debo's going to get it in the end zone twice. Another guy who's really playing for a new contract or an extension or a trade or not sure, but Debo will be highly motivated. He made noise about wanting the rock. I think he's going to get the rock here. So Debo Samuel, 2 plus anytime touchdown score, plus 1100, 100 coins bringing you back 1200. Jamie G, what is your lotto ticket long shot for the final night slate?
Yeah, man, I've got a two-legger here too. I've got first leg, Terry McLaurin, 100 plus receiving yards. Get 1 or 2 deep shots down the field. He can get there, baby. That's plus 340 on its own. Some huge number there. And then I've got the Gibbs, man, the Gib man, Jahmyr Gibbs, 150 plus rush yards. That's plus 170 on its own. Those two guys have a day. We combine it. It's plus 1,088. 100 cricket coins there to take home $1,188. Man, that might like pay off like a third of one of my credit cards. That would be really nice.
You can finally set up your tab at TGF Fridays. That'll cover most of it, I think. Hey, happy hours are really happy at Fridays.
They really are, man.
They don't even have a restaurant anymore. They got rid of it. It's just a bar.
It's just happy hour. It's just happy hour bar,
They've
man.
maximized revenues that way. It's wonderful.
We're closing out the final night slate of the season with one last edition of Tripod Time. We've got legs and we know how to use them. We've utilized our proprietary method to produce a 3-leg single game parlay for both games on the night slate. Mills, slowly but surely show us those legs.
Those is doing a lot of work there. I appreciate you saying those and not yours. We're going to start out on Sunday Night Football. Leg number one, we're going with the guy, Mr. F1, Terry McLaurin, 100 plus receiving yards. That is plus 350 on its own, about 350. And then we're going to do a Jaden Daniels combo here. Leg number two, Jaden Daniels, 50 plus rushing yards. That is plus 100 on its own. And Jaden Daniels, 225 plus passing yards, minus 115 on its own. Doing the combo yards separately to get a little bit of a boost because we think he's going to hit them both, have a big game. So you get McLaurin 100 plus receiving, Jaden Daniels 50 plus rushing, 225 plus passing. Your odds are plus 950. So 100 coins to bring you back 1,050 coins. Now we're making a dent in the Ruby Tuesdays tab as well. Pretty soon you can move over to Supercuts, whatever you have, maybe Master Clips. I don't know where you're getting it done these days, but they can get expensive, those haircuts. And on Monday Night Football, we're going with Jamie G's guy here. He's got his jersey on. Jahmyr Gibbs, 125 plus combo yards, rushing plus receiving. That is minus 125. And then we're going to take my guy here, not the yards, but how about Mr. Touchdown? Amon-Ra St. Brown, anytime touchdown scorer, minus 105. And finally, Jared Goff, not his brother. We got Jared here, 3 plus passing touchdowns. I believe he's hit that in 3 straight, plus 180. So you put these three together. Jahmyr Gibbs, 125 plus rushing plus receiving yards. Amon-Ra St. Brown, anytime touchdown scorer. Jared Goff, 3 plus passing touchdowns. Your odds are a nice tidy plus 500. So 100 coins bringing you back 600. I think it could happen here. We could have gotten a little bit more aggressive on that one, but if the Lions are going to score 30 points, I think all those are getting there and your wallet's going to be happy.
And we like happy wallets. Anything else before we get out of here?
How excited for you about Happy Gilmore 2? We saw the trailers for it during the Christmas games on Netflix. It's one of those things I feel like it shouldn't have been made here. I mean, you have no Carl Weathers, you have no Bob Barker. I feel both are very crucial here, but I'm at least mildly interested here. So I'm going to say I'm at about like a 6 out of 10 on the excitement scale. How about yourself?
Yeah, I'm probably right in that same universe. I know Adam Sandler is very excited about it. He's got a ton of people in there. Not overly excited about Travis Kelce being in there, but there's a bunch of people in there. I think there'll be a ton of fun cameos. And you know what, man? Sandler didn't have to make this movie. He's got plenty of money. He's got plenty of projects. If he really believed in it, I'm willing to give it a run.
Yeah, he hasn't killed, at least from his earlier movies, like a ton of sequels. I know he's done some to like the grown-ups type stuff or whatever, like his Netflix era, full-on Happy Madison era, but he's never really kind of gone back to the well here. You got Julie Bowen back, so I'm definitely going to check it out. It's one of those things I don't know that I would go to the theater to see it. Maybe if they were going to show it like on a golf course on a Friday night where they had kegs on every tee and TVs around the course and you played golf and drank beer while you watched it or something, but I'll check it out on Netflix eventually.
And thank you guys for checking us out. We really appreciate you riding with us all season long. We've had a ton of fun with this, man. Bet it, bank it, blow. It's been a thing that we've really enjoyed doing, and we've loved seeing your success along the way. We're in this thing together. We appreciate you. Throw the thumb, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Share the video. Trying to create a community of people who want to get better at sports betting, want to make the best possible bets, want to talk through it, and make as much money as we possibly can. Good luck this weekend. Good luck on the night slate. We really appreciate you guys. Mills will let you know where you can find all of our stuff.
Thanks again for checking out Bet It, Bank It, Blow It, presented by Caesar Gap Fantasy Football. You can find all of our content wherever you get your podcasts and on YouTube. You can find us on social media at Caesar Gap FF and on the web at CaesarGapFF.com. That's very simple and easy to remember, just like the flaps, FLAPS. So crucial to our success. Follow, like, and please subscribe. If you had fun, please make sure that you've clicked that thumb. I am Magnum Mills. He is Jamie G. We are here to help you bet it. We are here to help you bank it, but
Blowing it is up to you.